What's up, everybody? Welcome to Besties in the Book Club, our virtual book club version of our podcast. So today we are talking about none other than the very viral, famous, infamous, all the things, Daggermouth. Oh my gosh, look at my smudgy screen. So sorry. Well, there's no physical copies right now because they got picked up. H M Wolfe got picked up by Trad Publishing after it blew up. So super cool. Can't get your hands on physical books, I think, until we'll talk about the audio and everything. Audio is coming out in July. I think that's the same release date for the physical books. Okay, so July 21st, we can get our hands on those again. Super exciting. So glad to finally talk. Thank you guys so much for waiting for us to talk about this because we had so many curveballs get thrown at us with Romanticon and life and everything. And we finally have a chance to talk about this. So this was our book club pick for now February/March for anybody that wanted to hop on there. So we're going to be discussing all of that. And since it is already April 20th, just want to remind you guys that might not know yet, or just a reminder that we are currently reading Rites of Starling by Devney Perry. So that is the follow-up book to Shield of Sparrows, which was a book club pick last year. Super excited. I've already started reading it. Liz is about to start. So we'll talk about that in a minute when we get to our current read section, because we are spoiler free right now. So about the first 15 minutes will be spoiler free. So if you're still reading Daggermouth or if it's still on your TBR, you can get it on Kindle. So if you can't get the physical, you can't get the audio yet, but Kindle does have the ebook available, and that's how I read it. Same for you?
Yeah.
So part 2 of is it really been released yet? So this is a duology, dystopian, dark romance duology, Daggermouth, and book 2, Python, has been announced. No release date yet though. So
I double checked that this morning because I was curious. So this is the Heart duology by H M Wolfe, and it doesn't look like we have anything for Python yet. So like it's just basically like a blank listing on Amazon. So I know that probably any of you who have already read this are like dying to find out when book 2 is coming out. And I was talking to someone about the fact that it is a duology, which is cool too, because it's like we know that, unless she decides to do spin-offs or whatever, like we're going to get it wrapped up in the next one. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like we're going to get some answers.
Cliffhanger. No spoilers yet. Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about all that.
Huge cliffhanger.
Holy moly, holy heartbreak, Batman. Wow. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, literally. So, as you guys know, I'm Liz. This is Ashley. Welcome in. If you didn't know that already, we are Besties in the Books podcast. It's been a while since we've been here.
As a live. We're here every Tuesday, but as a live, we try to do every month, but it's been a couple months since we were at Romanticon and everything like that. So
big fun stuff.
We're excited to talk all about this book.
Me too. So if you guys haven't been on one of our lives before, this is kind of where we do like our little wrap up of monthly news or let you guys know what's going on with the podcast outside of just book club. So we recently just finished covering all of, you can see them behind me, all of Raven Kennedy's Plated Prisoner series. So we have deep dives on all 6 books. The 6th book episode, we also go over and rank all the books from, the ones we like the most to the least, rate the series overall. We also have an interview with Anthony Palmini, who narrates all the male characters in the Plated Prisoner series. So exciting, going along with that whole like little collection. So check that out if that's something that you guys are into. We also will be wrapping up our first coverage of the classics, which this time for this series, we covered Wuthering Heights, obviously, because the movie came out. You guys know. Then we went into Pride and Prejudice. We're wrapping it up with our deep dive on Little Women this week, which is super exciting. And we will be announcing what series we'll be covering this summer in that episode as well. So if you want to find out before we like put it on, all the socials, that's where we'll be announcing it. I did include here in the notes that will give you guys a little bit of a hint. So it's dystopian sci-fi, and book 1 came out in 2014. That's all we're going to give you here. So if you want to know, you got to watch our episode and just follow us over on Instagram too to find out.
Yes.
I'm really excited about that. Also, I did want to mention for the classic series, I just wanted to show you guys. These are all my copies I have of Wuthering Heights so far. And I had to give her a shout out right here because look at this copy
Oh my
that I
goodness, it's
got.
beautiful.
Yeah, so I wanted to give her a shout out to Vanna's Dark Press. Found her on Instagram, and this is hand bound.
Wow.
She put a custom quote on the back for me. Like literally, it's beautiful. Yeah, obsessed with it. So
yeah,
if you guys are into Wuthering Heights and you want a special copy, go check out Vanna's Dark Press. She also makes a bunch of other ones too. So
yeah,
hopefully that's going to become an expensive addiction here soon, I think. Also, we just wanted to let you guys know, we wanted to thank you for all of your ongoing support so far. We've been hitting a lot of milestones lately, and we will be accepting sponsors soon from Bookish brands. So if you are interested, send us a DM and we'll touch base with you guys because we're really excited about getting that started. So that's fun. Okay, and then the last thing that I put on here because I think that our heads were spinning off into another dimension. Ashley was on a cruise, so I was kind of dealing with this. And then when she came back into town, I was like, girl, we have to talk about this because there's 10 billion books coming out this fall. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, yeah. It's crazy. And you guys are all feeling it, I know, too, because that silly little reel that I decided to make on a whim is now up to like 100,000 views or something like that because you guys are all scared too.
Yeah.
I'm like
those last minute like little reels that we just put together that are the ones that like really blow up or resonate.
Totally. So yeah, I was basically just saying we're scared because now we have a mystery Empyrean book. We have Burn of the Everflame. We obviously have ACOTAR 6. And then those are, I mean, we've got the next Fae and Alchemy book coming out. We have the Eating Woods book 3. We have Carissa Broadbent's new book. Like,
we haven't read the last one from last fall. And they're all high fantasy, like heavy hit. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. It's just how to read all the things, how to read all the things, but then still be responsible as people in life.
It's a fine balance, isn't it? So yeah. So our question to you guys is, you know, aside from obviously Burn of the Everflame, because we deep dove the rest of the series, so we'll for sure be covering that. Obviously, we'll be covering the Empyrean mystery book, whatever that is. We don't know yet. And then obviously, you know, we've got some probably fun news about our coverage of ACOTAR 6, which is cool too. What of those other ones are like a must cover for you guys? Let us know so that we can make sure to slot it into our fall schedule because there just ain't no way we're going to be able to do everything. So
let's figure out how to.
I
know. We just gotta find a way.
So yeah, and but yeah, so that's basically all the news that we have going on right now before we dive into our coverage of Daggermouth by H M Wolfe, which is what this live is about for anyone who has questions.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, why don't we just start off with what are we reading right now, Ash? What are you doing? Since it's been a while since we've touched base.
Yeah, it has. I was only gone for like a week and some change, and it literally feels like a month. I think that's a good thing, but also it's like, who am I? Where am I on this floating rock? I just finished Little Women about an hour ago, so that was great. We'll be filming that episode on Wednesday for you guys to watch it and listen on Friday. And then I am on page 60 of Rights of the Starling, which is our book club pick for April. I did a reread of the audio right before I left the trip, and oh my gosh, I'm glad I did because I remembered almost nothing. So I needed that majorly, or else I would have been like, literally, what's going on? So that's going really well so far. You got multiple point of views from the beginning, so I will say that.
Okay.
And it's just locked in. So that, and then what else are we reading? I need to read West of Wicked. So that's exciting. We have a lot of reads going on behind the scenes, guys, that we can't wait to share with you. So yeah. Yep.
Exciting stuff. I also did a reread of Shield of Sparrows, which I
Mhm.
looked, and that was our book club book for last June, I want to say. So that it hasn't been that long since we read it, but like literally, I always say when I love a book, because that was like a 5 star for me. I think it was for you too. It's like when I love a book, I kind of black out everything that happened. Like I just read it and then I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember
Well,
anything.
also just so much happened. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with When the Moon Hatched, which we
Mhm.
are also rereading right now. So hopefully, I mean, unless we're really off the rails over here. Like we're trying to do a deep dive on When the Moon Hatched because that
Yeah. I
follow
mean,
up is
maybe.
coming out either this week or next week, which we
Yeah.
plan on covering. But that there's just so much that goes on in those worlds that it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I did. Oh, that was the other. That was I think that was the third thing that I started. So I did restart my listen because I'm listening to it this time of When the Moon
Okay.
Hatched, and it's a great refresher. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, cool, cool. So that'll be a little bit easier until about halfway through. Then it gets crazy.
Yeah. I
So
haven't started my reread of When the Moon Hatched yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to do audio or Kindle. Is the audio good? Like, what do you
yeah,
so far? It's good.
yes.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to the male voice yet. I don't think the women's voice is amazing, so it's
Okay.
good. It's
Awesome.
like and sucked me right back in as the first time read physical did. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I'm
I know.
just like, oh my dragon.
I know. It's so
Oh
good.
my God. Loved it
Plume.
so
I know.
much. And she's
Uh,
such a badass. Like from the
literally.
get-go, I forgot about like that whole beginning section. And I'm just like, I know some of you guys didn't like When the Moon Hatched, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Like I get that we all have different opinions, but like this seems up so many people's alleys because she is awesome right from the start. It's
It's
so
like
good.
what it's one of those that's like how I want to not be one of those Harry Potter people, but I do
Yeah.
because I want to be like, nope, you're wrong. Read it again.
Yeah.
Like you got it wrong.
Yes.
Like read it again.
Yeah.
Like I just because it's so good. And like it's just weird to me that like anyone who is obsessed with romantasy, high fantasy, dragon lore, like wouldn't be
Yeah.
into it. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but we are doing our due diligence over here. I need to start that just as soon as I finish Rights of the Starling, which
Yeah.
I did start the audio of this morning. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Okay, you're doing the audio of that. That feels, even though it's still, at this point, Rights of the Starling feels easier than like
Mhm.
preparing for When the Moon Hatched. Even though Shield of Sparrows kind of got a lot of that out of the way, like all the complexities and stuff. And now it's like, we're just on a journey right now. So it's a little bit easier
Well,
on
it's
the
probably a
brain.
middle book, right? Because I don't think it's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. So
Yeah.
it's easy to digest right now, and it's been easy for me to hop in and out of because I can only read like 5 pages at a time when I was on vacation. So
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So there we
So
go. What are
yeah,
you
I'm like,
reading?
that's so just finished up Shield of Sparrows, took extensive notes for Rights of the Starling since we're deep diving so that I would actually remember it this time. And I do. It's great. Rereading high fantasy is like literally my favorite thing, I think, because it's like just such a different experience the second time around.
Yeah.
Um did start the audio of Rights of the Starling this morning, and I am like 65% of the way through Headlights by CJ Lead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all we'll say about that. But if you guys haven't
Hmm.
read anything by CJ Lead already, she's an amazing horror author, really great feminist themes. She wrote Mayfly, which is the cover that I think, a lot grabs a lot of people's eye, no pun intended.
Yeah.
And then she wrote American Rapture, which was so Mayfly was her debut. American Rapture was her second book. So the first one, very slasher. The second one, very zombie apocalypse. This one, very like almost at this point, like detective serial killer kind of vibes.
Hmm.
It feels true crimey, which I like. For anyone kind of coming from that background. But yeah, so I was hoping to binge it all in one day yesterday, but I just had too many interruptions come up, so I wasn't able to do that. So I'm hoping to finish it tonight. But it is, I will say this, I read very few horror books that actually creep me out, like to the point
Yeah.
where like my husband went on a run yesterday and I was like creeped out, like being home by myself. And I'm like, that never happens. And so I was like, but it's a very specific like type of horror. So
Yeah.
yeah, very much enjoying that. And then I feel like I'm missing something. else that I was reading, and now I don't remember. So let me see here. Nope, that's
Because two
it.
is
I
not
just
enough.
no, yeah, no, that's it. That's all like I'm really actively reading right now. I've had to put a couple things on the back burner, so that's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel
So
like you read a
that's
lot this week, you know,
I did.
or
I
like
kind
right
of
before.
well, I was sick for like a month, so
Yeah.
I had some extra time to just read because I couldn't really do a whole lot else. So good and bad, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Um, okay, so should we just get into our spoiler-free reviews
Yeah.
of Daggermouth? So just very short, one sentence star spice rating of Daggermouth by H M Wolfe.
Yeah. Okay. I completely understand why people are giving this 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
For me and my vibe rating and reading it at the time that I did, it was a 4 star.
Uh-huh. I mean, 4 stars still really good.
I know it's still good, but it's just like I had a hard time getting into it just because the world sucks so much, and it's just I'm not. It's hard to read dystopian right now. So, hey, I
Yeah.
need to like figure out a way to separate it more because it's like I'm reading it and it's really good. I understand the hype. I understand the why everybody's loving it, and it's done really well. And it's hard though for me to get into dystopian that has romance and spice in it. And I think that's
Mhm.
part of it too for my brain that I need to like sort out because it's like, okay, this everything sucks. But that's also life. And sometimes everything sucks. And but you have to have all of this. So try not to spoil anything. But yeah, so I think this might be something I reread before the next one comes out when like I'm in a better headspace. But like
Mhm.
I get it. I get it. I get the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say that so I rated it a 5 star.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say that like it's one of those books that I flew through because I was
Yeah.
into it from right at the beginning. Easy to read, easy to understand, easy to follow until the end. Then it's a little chaotic and a lot is going on, and then you're like, wait, am I missing something? Or is we'll go over that during the our summation of the plot. Good luck.
Yeah.
Um But I feel like, it wasn't predictable in the ways I thought it was going to be predictable, which I did appreciate because I feel like with fantasy, I have a hard time predicting some of the twists because I feel like when you're dealing with fantasy, you can make up whatever you want, right? So sometimes the twists are like something you never could have ever imagined seeing coming. With dystopian, it's like this is not a fantasy world, so it's like you have to keep things within certain like realistic parameters. And I felt like the twists were very unpredictable, but at the same time didn't pull me out. Like I was like, "Ooh, this is cool. This could actually have happened."
Yeah.
And so I loved that. I feel like comparing it to the Hunger Games makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And usually when people try to compare things to, really iconic series like the Hunger Games, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't
Yeah. It's
accept
like
that.
what compares when I feel sometimes people think Hunger Games, oh, it's like the death ring, basically. No, no,
Yeah.
no. It's like Hunger Games in the way of the political,
Hmm.
like
I
how everything is set up politically and the turmoil and those inner workings. It's like what if you went behind the scenes and it was not about the Hunger Games, like politically what's going on.
yeah.
So like
Like
a lot of things while I was reading it was like, oh, that's very Hunger Gamesy. Yeah.
yeah, like almost like, Hunger Games has a lot of political theorizing, but it's layered underneath a story that was written as a YA book so that a lot of different audiences could understand it.
Hmm.
I feel like this one had a lot of those political ideologies like right at the forefront because this is an adult book. And it does
Yeah.
have, more of a love story or whatever you want to call it, a slow burn like spice. It has more of that because it is adult also.
Yeah.
Um I think let me look, let me double check. I think I rated it just a 2 spice though. Yeah, just 2 spice. This one's definitely slow burn status. So I would imagine that in book 2 we get more spice, but it wasn't like over the top or anything like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a solid 5 stars. But I could see how because there aren't fantasy elements or sci-fi really elements in this, it's like it would be harder to just zone out and read it without making parallels to, too many parallels to what's going on right now. So that could be depressing for some people to read right now. I could see that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked everything about it. It's really just a vibe and a mood thing,
Yeah.
honestly. For
Yeah.
me, I think that in a different time of reading it, I would be, because I was going through the quotes and I'm like, gosh, there's so many good quotes in here. There's so many,
Yeah, for sure.
the characters. I think that's part of it too, though, is like I liked the characters, but there was something that like I didn't feel attached enough for when
Mm,
it came down to needing to. So I think
yeah.
that was, and maybe it's because of there's so much jumping around. I liked it. I really liked how it was done because you get a lot of inner monologue and you know where people stand and it's not a question, which is nice as a reader. So if you like, different point of views, that's awesome too. I don't know if it was done a different way, I wouldn't have liked it. How H M Wolfe did it was perfect. So that's why it's hard. I feel guilty not giving it 5 stars, but it's more of like, I think 5 stars on paper. But as
Mm,
far as my mood and my vibe, did I enjoy it 100%? No, but it's on me kind of thing. And is it going to stick with me? Is it going to like, did it change anything, in my brain chemistry? No, it didn't. Not every
uh-huh.
book's going to do that, but I wanted it to. I think that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to. I wanted it to, but I was also rushing through it because we were so behind. So like all of those
Yeah.
things play a factor in my head, you know?
Totally. Yeah. I think for me, like, I didn't feel rushed reading it because it was so fast paced that I felt like I would have read it in 3 days or 2 days or however fast I read it, regardless of what time crunch we were on, because it's that type of book. Whereas, like, for
Yeah.
me, once I get going with a book like that, it's like so hard for me to like put it down. And
Yeah.
there wasn't an audiobook version of it available yet. So that was
Mhm.
another part of it too, is like depending on how much time you have, you know what I mean? Like I said, I was sick and like laid up on the couch. So it was a lot easier for me to sit there and like read the Kindle version all day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did really enjoy it. So definitely a 5 stars. I'll be curious once the second one comes out and we read that one if maybe you bump up your rating a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Come on back and find out. We'll be posting it. And the
So
audiobook will be out by then, so maybe I'll just redo it that way. So we'll see.
literally, I know. And we've got some great audiobook narrators, which I'm really excited
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so all right, let's just get into our two truths and a lie game.
Mhm.
For Daggermouth. Okay, so I have it prepared for you. Did you make one for me? I put me doing it this time, but I know
Yeah,
sometimes.
I read that you did it, so I didn't.
Okay, okay, here we go. You ready? Here we go.
I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks and a couple books since, so
I made it
let's see
kind of
what I
easy.
remember. Okay,
Well, and
cool.
that's the thing is like there's a lot of twisties and turnies in this book, guys, but it's not the world building's not hard to understand. Like it's like
Yeah,
so just know that going into it. It's not crazy, which is
yeah.
kind of
Oh,
nice sometimes.
P.S. Toot toot! Spoilers! Spoilers for Daggermouth here on out. So if you're currently reading this on your TBR, you don't want to be spoiled on this one because there's some crazy twists in there and you need to experience them as is. So save it to your playlist, watch later, come let us know how you liked it. Otherwise, hang out. If you don't want to read it, you can hang out, whatever.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you. If you forget
Or
everything like we do, stay also.
yeah, exactly. Like that's how I felt reading the end of Shield of Sparrows again just now. I was like, I was like, I didn't
Yeah!
remember any of this. Like, how did I forget
Seriously!
everything? Yeah. So
Dude,
hey,
seriously. Seriously.
so there's that too. If you're like us and
Yeah.
you'll forget in a couple months, and then you could read it going in blind, great.
That's why I'm thinking like, well, maybe I'll just reread Daggermouth if the second one more so comes out next year because it's like it'll probably feel all new to me. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll have a new brain by then.
yeah. Okay, so spoilers from here on out. We will start with two truths and a lie. Ashley.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
1. Brooker is alive, but has been working with Maximus to take down the resistance from the inside.
Okay. Truth.
Lyra is Python, the secret rebel leader. And Gray is actually not Maximus's son.
2 is a lie. Yeah. Well, you tricked me there for a second though, because I was like, was she? No, she was just freaking fed up and just waiting for the right time.
I
That
know.
was so
So
satisfying. See, like now I'm remembering the ending and like everything coming together. So
that's what we need in a dystopian story such as this.
yeah.
We need the president coin, right? Or the
Mhm.
Python, whatever you want to call her, to be this amazing force for good, however. Right? It's like,
Mhm.
so I'm really excited to see where Python goes because when we got to that twist, I was like, oh my God, this could not have ended better.
Yeah.
That's freaking amazing. Like, yeah, like there was other
Yeah.
twists, obviously, that we'll get into here, but I feel like that was just like I never saw it coming.
I
Never saw
did
it.
not see it being her, like and her
No.
taking him down. That was crazy. Or that wasn't even his real son. Or that freaking Brooker did that. Because it was like, oh, cool. Like all those twists were so crazy. And we got
Well,
3
what's
of them.
I
Loved
think
it.
I had like texted you and I was like, I'm honestly so glad that Brooker is evil
Yeah.
because I was so annoyed when I was like, here we go again. Like, we have a brother who's dead, and then he like comes back to life and he's like part of the resistance, and like it's gonna be this anticlimactic, like dumb thing like we've seen before.
Well, yeah, because as soon as like they kept harping on his dead brother, I'm like, oh, he's alive. Obviously, they wouldn't be talking about him this much if there wasn't going to
No.
be some big reveal. So yeah, she took that and she spun our heads back around. Says, well, guess what? He's evil and playing the very
Or
long game.
is he?
Or
Or
is
is he?
he? I mean, he killed Kalen, so
Yeah. Which
I
sucks.
mean, too
But
bad.
But
But
who knows? Because it's like that's the thing that I love about like examining these dystopian political structures is that there's so many different like ethical like schools of thought. So for
yeah,
all we know, the leaders of the resistance, right, like might be also using Brooker to do things like that for a grand scheme or plan. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like
hmm,
because you can justify the ends for the means. Do you know what I mean? Or the means for the
yeah,
ends, like if you're willing to enact violence just like the enemy would in order to like achieve what you think is justice in the end or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's a possibility. Like we don't know. We don't know. It's a
yeah,
possibility.
yep.
Okay, so should we get into the let's just say what happened. We have to tell you guys the plot in 10 minutes or less, which I think for this book should actually be like fairly easy to do because it wasn't there wasn't like a million side quests. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It wasn't okay. I just was curious who Marcus was, so I googled him specifically because it was bugging me. He
Yeah, who
was the one that Lyra killed. Like went in the room and was like, "Boom," because he was one of the guys that
Oh, got
she.
it.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's funny. I didn't even write him down. I must have just been like,
Yeah.
"Oh, he sucks," and then just like moved on, you know?
Well, yeah, yeah. But that was such a huge
Okay.
moment for Lyra that she's just
Yeah.
like, grab the gun, boom, like
Yeah. I mean, hey,
ah, because they're treating her like this little tender, little fragile little baby deer. And
yeah.
she's like, F this.
Yep.
Crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna start a 10-minute timer on my watch
Good
because I
luck.
still haven't found my actual timer. I don't know where it is anymore.
Okay.
Um, but I feel like we should be able to do it. Okay, so timer's
Yeah.
on.
All right, let's go.
All right, so basically we have this, I don't know, dystopian city. We don't really know anything about like the outlying settlements or cities yet, like aside from the fact that like they've mentioned them. So
Yeah.
we don't know how expansive this city or this world or whatever you want to call it is at this point, but it's called Newfound Haven. And it's basically separated into 3 sections, right? It's like you have like the heart, which is the middle where
Yeah.
like all the elite live, and then you have kind of like the middle part, which I don't remember the names now. There's like the
Yeah.
boundary, and then there's one in the center that I'm blanking on the name of. But basically, the people who live in the middle seem kind of like they're used as like agricultural workers, and like they have more connections to the heart, but they're still very low as far as like on the socioeconomic scales, and then also in that social structure. And then we have the boundary, which is like the outside circle, which is where you've got people working in super toxic factories. That's kind of like where all the resources are incredibly scarce. And it's where a lot of the resistance has been forming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's where the Daggermouths are. So, like, the Daggermouths are basically like this elite group of essentially like hitmen and women, or like assassins who are like hired to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what we're working with. And then we kind of start out with Grayson's POV. He is a exterminator,
Executioner.
executioner. And
Excellent.
basically, you do any little slight that is seen as off to the heart, executed, boom, dead. Like,
Very
you
Hunger
have to,
Games
hmm?
level. Very
Yeah.
Hunger Games. Yeah.
Except you don't get to try to fight for your life, you just are killed, which
Yeah.
means intermingling marriages between the different factions, and somebody seeing your real face because everybody has to wear masks, right? So they within the heart, everybody has to wear masks too. Was it everybody? It was everybody, right?
So everyone who is in the heart has to wear a mask. So my understanding of that, and this could be completely wrong, but my understanding of that is that if someone from one of the other, we'll call them factions, comes
No,
into the heart,
literally only your family can see your face.
not even only your family, it's literally only the person you're married to.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it could be the like your kids, because the
See,
kids all did.
I didn't think so. I thought it was just
Mhm.
Maximus took his mask off because he basically was like, I make the rules, I don't have to follow them, but everyone else had to keep their mask on around him, is what I thought.
But I thought it was because other people were around. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's splitting hairs. So if anybody knows,
So,
let us know.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, my understanding of it was basically like anytime anyone, like, let's say you have to go to the heart for some reason, then you have to wear a mask. But I don't think that the people who like live out in the
yeah,
boundary or the other like middle place like wear I don't think that they do, because like I don't think they
yeah.
have to, but I don't know.
But it's a way to control, like in public
Yeah.
executions, live broadcasted with propaganda and everything. So it's a way to keep all of the people, including the people that are in the heart, under control with the masks and love and all these different rules and all these crazy rules.
Hmm.
So that's what, but then you get his internal monologue, and basically he's working undercover also for the resistance and funneling supplies to different areas like the boundary. And then cut to Shade, how do you say it? Shadra.
So H M Wolfe posted on her story that you pronounce it Shadira.
Shadira.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shadira, where she's hired to assassinate Grayson. So we know Grayson had like this moment of hesitation with his first execution that we saw. So we're basically assuming it's his dad probably trying to put a hit on him. That's at least I did. I assumed that.
Yeah.
And so she has to go in and assassinate him. And she goes and she does it, and in a moment of weakness, he pulls off his mask because he is like so over all of this and is just like, fine, whatever. But
Like, take
then,
me.
like, take me
Yeah.
and at least like let me have this. And she's instantly surrounded. Like, everybody busts in and they see that she saw, everybody sees his face. So, like, that's a whole big problem. And so they imprison her and they take him, and they're basically trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. Well, and another part of that too was like, so she has this, kind of love interest, Jameson, from back in the
I think they're like
boundary.
friends with benefits in her
Yeah.
eyes. He wants to
Yeah.
be with her. Yeah.
He's obsessed with her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, he's a really good friend and we hook up, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like the leader of the rebellion. So he's not a Daggermouth, but he is helping to like lead this like rebellion or whatever on the side. So but he has a tie-in obviously with all the Daggermouths and stuff.
Yeah.
So he knows that probably the reason why she got caught, and like we see that in this chapter too, is like not just because Grayson takes his mask off, but because she wanted him to know it was her that was killing him. Like, because she
Yeah.
had the clear shot, she could have killed him without him ever even seeing her.
Yes.
But she hesitated because she wanted it. It was basically a revenge. It was a revenge killing. It wasn't just a hit. It was because his dad, Maximus, killed her parents.
Yeah.
And so she obviously
It
wanted
was
revenge for
personal.
that. It was personal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically at this point, Gray, I'm mixing up everyone's names. Grayson's mom, who is
Mhm.
portrayed as the super submissive, abused wife, because
Work
women
the
in this
other way.
society have
Mhm.
literally no rights. They
Yeah.
become property of their husband once they get married.
Mhm.
She's like, well, I wrote the law about the masks, 'cause that was my idea, which now that we know the ending,
Yeah.
where's this going, right? So
Mhm.
she's basically like, well, if they get married, then we don't have to execute them both
'Cause
for
then they
seeing
won't
each
even
other's
listen.
faces.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Maximus, like, begrudgingly is like, well, that's kind of stupid. And she's like, and then Lyra, who's in charge of all the media and PR and propaganda for the Heart, is basically like, well, if we could basically show everyone that the best Daggermouth is like on our side now, then we could use that to our advantage. And he's like, okay, great. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And so he allows this charade of essentially like a marriage of convenience for the Heart to proceed. Meanwhile, back in the Boundary, they find out what's going on, and Jameson's like, this is crazy. I'm going to go in and save her. And everyone's like, you're going to get killed instantly. So don't do that. We have to have a plan. And so they basically come up with a plan to like extract her.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And what's the time?
Where are we? We have about 2.5 minutes left.
Great. Okay, great. So then there's like some other love interest going on and other point of views, and then they like go in and try to save her, and essentially love is blossoming, but without not without constant trying to murder each other, but treat between Shadira and Grayson, and it's so fun and it's great for everybody involved. And then they figure out who each other like really is behind the scenes, and we already have the point of view, so we trust the character, so that's really important, right? And then they go in and try to extract her. She basically says no because of everything that she knows now. And then we have to cut to Lyra's involved. Calum has loved her, but then because she's a basically princess in a way, like she can't be with him, and like all that stuff's going on. That's crazy. And then
And Callum's
uh
like the mafia boss of this world, and Grayson's best friend.
yeah, so
Yeah.
he's in both sides also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then after that, they get imprisoned, both of them, right? No, they go try they had freaking the SWAT team in their apartment hiding, waiting to kill them, but then they took them all out. It was great.
Yeah,
And then what
that was a good
happens?
part. Well, basically what ends up happening is I'm trying to think of like when everything comes to a head. Maximus decides to imprison them both for their
Mhm.
own good before the vow ceremony, which is like the public, it's like a marriage ceremony in public or whatever. But Lyra, I'm not sure if she's the one who tells us as the reader what happens, but a bunch of really, really terrible things, just for the sake of YouTube Live.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
will happen to Shadira once the vow ceremony happens. So Lyra kind of is working behind the scenes with Callum and Jameson and the Daggermouth leader and everybody to try to like, okay, we'll use this vow ceremony to ignite the war,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
our official first act of like major resistance, and then if we get to kill Maximus, great, right? Like that's a bonus. And so at the vow ceremony, everything kind of just like comes to a head. And oh, we're out of time. So we're just going to have to wrap it up really quick. But basically, what ends up happening is Lyra has her own undercover kind of like rebellion going on,
Mhm.
specifically with the masked women who all choose to pull their masks off and stand with her in solidarity because,
Mhm.
hey, turns out they're people, not
Yeah.
property.
Mhm. Yeah.
While this is all going down, we
And they
find out,
understand what's gonna happen if you kill off all the women. Okay, well, human civilization's gonna die too.
yeah,
So have
so
fun with
hey,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we also find out that Maximus's grand plan is essentially to like genocide everybody not living in the heart to make room for the rich people from other districts, we'll call them or whatever, to
Yeah.
come in and move there
Yeah.
to Newfound Haven. So there's even more high stakes, right? Like he's gonna chemical poison and bomb like
Mhm.
everyone and kill everyone. So
Yeah.
the resistance puts everyone in bomb shelters and then they all go to try to take them down. And basically during this vow ceremony, we find out that Brooker is alive.
Mhm.
He has been working actually with Maximus to
Well,
try
we
to
knew
take
about
down.
Brooker, so he knew about the plan. We found out about Brooker right before that he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in,
yeah, yeah. But it's
and then
revealed to the
so he shows
characters.
up
Yeah.
hoping that like this is okay, great, he's gonna facilitate in this, and then he actually turns back around and he's with Maximus, and this was like a big huge long game plan where he pretended to be in love with this girl and run away with her. They orchestrated his extraction, so they thought, because he had a hit on him too, but it wasn't even a real, nothing was real. And
Yeah.
then basically everybody's screwed because he turned on him. He kills whatever, Callum. And then they're like, oh crap, like, what are we going to do? Maximus is like going nuts. And
Well, and
then,
you find out it's revealed that Mickle, I don't know how you say his name, Mickle,
yeah,
Mikhail, whatever, the guy who has been Maximus's right hand like henchman this whole entire time is actually Grayson's dad and has been
yeah.
working with the resistance as well, which we already knew. So he gets killed in the kerfuffle. I don't
Yeah.
remember who shot him. I don't
I
remember.
don't remember. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I don't remember if it was Brooker or who it was, but yeah, so Callum gets shot and dies. Mickle gets shot and dies. And then basically we get the grand reveal there at the very end
Yeah.
when we feel that all hope will be lost, where we find out that who's been playing the real long game,
Yeah.
but Alara, who is Grayson's mom, who we thought was this like shell of a woman this whole time. No, she's
Mhm.
actually the infamous Python who's been like pulling the strings of the rebellion this whole time, but no one knew who she was.
Yeah.
And so then she takes Maximus out.
So good.
So good. And then I just put like, because in my notes I was like, and then everyone else gets taken into custody? Question mark. I was like, I don't really know what happened. Like,
I
I
think
don't
it
think
just
any of us know
ended.
what happened. It just
Like
ends.
she kills him, there's a big speech, and black. We don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Credits.
Lights
Roll
out. We
credits.
don't know. Yeah. Like what? Yeah, if we were in the theater, we would have been screaming, what? Like what happens next?
Yeah. So basically, we
See,
have
talking it out like raises my freaking stars already. Cause I'm like, ah, so great. So great.
well, yeah, and it's like, obviously, now that we know that Brooker's not dead, Gray can like forgive Shadira for killing him. But that was the whole thing, is like we had kind of like we had an enemies to not lovers, but like kind of like an enemies
Yeah.
to almost lovers to an enemies again, because when they're imprisoned and being tortured and questioned, Gray finds out that Shadira was the Daggermouth that killed his brother. And he's like, I don't know if I can forgive this, but then they end up coming back together and working together during this like final scene, and then he finds out Brooker's alive anyways. And he's evil. So hey.
Yeah.
So he's still alive. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, because the Brooker's still alive, Shadira's still alive, Gray's still alive, Jameson's still alive. I thought he was gonna die in like the beginning. I was like, oh, this guy's
Yeah.
still around. Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
lucky.
I did not see the other guy coming. Sweet baby Caleb. Oh.
Yeah, Callum was like he was the comic relief. He was the more I don't know, I would say like personable, lovable character. I feel really bad for Lyra because she
Yeah.
finally like accepted that they were in love and wanted to be together, and then like the next day he's dead. But like
Literally.
I feel like that's got to be part of her origin story though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like cuz she already had some rebellion in her, but now with her mom and Callum dying, I think she's gonna turn into like a significant badass, like more even than she was in book one.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
I'm looking forward to
For
that.
sure, for sure. Yeah.
Well, hey, that only took like 15 minutes.
Well, we had to. We had
We,
to.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's not fantasy. It should be quick and easy." Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, I know. It never is. It never is.
It's just yeah, just the ending needs 5 minutes to talk it out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Where are we? Um,
5 questions.
5 questions. Yes, timed questions. Okay. Be curious to hear your takes
Oh,
on
sorry.
these.
Okay.
All right, we have a minute. If you guys haven't been here before, we came up with 5 questions for each other ahead of time. We do not show each other them. We spring them on the spot. We have a minute to answer and defend our case. Okay.
Great.
So, Ash, why don't you ask me first?
Okay. Your favorite 3 book moments. Go.
My favorite 3 book moments, the one spicy scene we get between Shadira and Gray, of course.
Nice. Mhm.
When Lyra and Callum like express their love for each other finally. It was so sweet.
Mhm. Yeah.
R.I.P. And then obviously when Maximus gets killed by his own wife in the
Yes.
end. Yeah. He
Yes.
he had it coming. I mean, really, for real. Okay, so what about you?
Of course, all those, and then when the women pull off their masks in the crowd,
Oh,
and
that was so
Maximus is like,
good.
"Ugh." Yeah, and then just Python being revealed in general, and
Yep.
then when she tries to kill him multiple times, it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
It reminds me of Poison Daughter, and I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I can see
cute,
that.
sweet, like all the ways. So she's fantasizing, getting rid of him. It's funny. Yeah, that
It
push
kind of
pull.
it had like it reminded me of like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like the Brad Pitt and
Mhm.
Angelina Jolie version, like because it just really seemed very like they wanted to murder each other for sure. But
Yeah,
like there was definitely that tension like ever since the beginning, pretty much.
yeah,
Um, yeah. And I
great.
will say the woman pulling their masks off was a very Handmaid's Tale moment. If you
Yeah,
guys have watched that series, like it was very like on
yeah.
par with that.
Oh, and the other Hunger Games moment was the song. Like they're singing
Oh,
a
for
song
sure.
in the jail, and then they do it in the audience too, I think, after they pull their masks
Yeah.
off.
Like
So,
everywhere. It's like spreading like all over the
yeah.
place. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, Ashley, Jameson versus Gray. Whose team are you on at this point?
Grayson. Compared to Jameson? Grayson.
Yeah. I know I
Yeah.
feel bad for Jameson though, because he's not done anything wrong.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything wrong. But if you say Calum, can't even get his name right. But between him and Grayson, that's harder one for me.
I mean, I would pick Callum. I'm a sucker for a mafia boss. Like,
He's
really.
great too, and he's funny.
Yeah.
And he's sweet and like he's the pining from a distance, and I like that. Jameson is pining too piney.
He's too
Like,
piney.
hey,
You're
yeah,
right.
enough. Like I get it. Like I've told you no so many times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Caleb's like, I've accepted it and I will just stay here and I will be near you because that's enough. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I will not even look at another woman for 5 years. That's
Yeah.
like we love that energy.
Yeah, that's great. So because I'm not sold on Grayson per se. He's great, but he's not Callum Caleb. So
Yeah, I would agree. Like if I had to rank the men, yes, I would pick
yeah.
Callum first, but unfortunately he is no more. Um, and then it would be Grayson, and then it would be Jameson. Yeah, Jameson, I mean, he's doing everything on paper right, right? Like
Yeah.
it's burn the world for her. It's obsessed with only her, like grumpy, but still loves her. But then at the same time, he's like kind of a lot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, Grayson, it's like we don't know a ton about his personality, honestly, at this point. Like,
Yeah, I think that's what it is. We're just
yeah.
getting his internal monologue, and we just don't know how he operates, like as a personality wise.
Well,
You
I think
know?
it's because like he's had to make himself into a robot to survive, and like that comes
Yeah.
across on the page pretty like accurately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Good point. Good point. Well, that took longer than a minute, but
Yeah.
hey. All right. Liz. Okay. The quotes we're quoting so quotably. So good. So I tried to pick one that was like vague enough that you have to figure out who says it. Okay.
Okay.
So it says, careful, their voice lowered to a dangerous register. You're starting to sound like you care. Who says that to who? Stumped ya.
Yeah, because that's like so vague. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like there's so many people who could have said that. My guess would be like maybe Shadira to Gray.
Ooh, opposite.
Opposite. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Nice.
that was so good. That was so
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think Brooker is actually evil, or do you think he's a double agent?
I think he's actually evil.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you're gonna come back from that. And
Yeah.
like people can trust you.
What if we find out that Callum was actually working for the bad guys?
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, my heart will break in 1,000 pieces, but that's okay because he's dead. Uh,
But it's a
maybe it'll make his death better.
possibility. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that would be the only way I think. If like they had proof that was pre-orchestrated,
Yeah.
I don't know, and he had to. That's what I kept waiting for is that Brooker is just like making his dad think that he's doing that.
Yeah.
And so maybe
Yeah.
the people underground or whatever know that he's going to go and like my dad thinks I'm doing this the whole time, so I'm going to do it. And then maybe he's going to take out him. Yeah, you're right. That is a possibility that he
Wait.
took out him because he's actually the double agent in a bad way.
We'll take this a step further into the insanity. Okay. What if this is how like twisty and turny this book is, guys, if you haven't read
Yeah,
it. Okay. So just so you know. What if this is a Romeo and Juliet type situation and Callum's actually not dead, but it was part of the plan?
right. Oh, I would love it, but would I love it? Is it a fake out death? Maybe. It has to be
But it would
good.
be a fake out death to make Brooker look evil. So there
That
would be
would
a
be
point.
crazy. It's I after this ending, I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a quadruple agent.
Yeah.
Everybody's a double agent, a double negatives, and a double.
Well, it's funny because when I was making all of my notes, I had to do this with Shield of Sparrows, and it was the same with Shield of Sparrows. When I was making all of my notes, I put the name, and then if I can't remember them, obviously I'll put who they are, right?
Yeah,
And I was doing it with Shield of Sparrows too, and then I was going through my list of characters, and I was like, oh, they're not that anymore. They're not that anymore. Like, because
yeah,
I was finding out everyone was the opposite of who they were actually supposed to be, so I had to go and correct a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But
Who
yeah,
knows?
what if they're not? Maybe that's and that could be very well why it's cut to black because it's
Yeah.
like, well, my what tangle what we weave. Then maybe Python wasn't in on all of it, so they weren't expecting that. So they set all this stuff up, and then she ends up taking Maximus out.
Yeah.
So then I don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
We'll
What
see.
if
We'll
what if they're
see.
like Callum's dead and really they just shot him with a couple
Yeah.
blanks with some like fake blood and then they shuffled off his dead body
Yeah.
to, hide away until he wakes up 10 hours later or whatever and it's like a whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, everybody had their own secret like agenda that was revealed. So why not them too?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Cause it's like, I don't know. It's he was gone. Brooker was gone for like 5 or 8 years or
A
something. Like
long
that's a
time.
long time with little like payoff for Maximus.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they were getting away with a lot of stuff for a long time. And the only reason why this all came to head is because of this hit on Grayson. Do we know yet who put the hit on Grayson? It was him, right? It was his
It was
dad.
Maximus.
It was
Yeah.
Maximus. Okay, he just pretended a lot. Okay. So like him being too weak and putting a hit on him, maybe because he's like, well, I still have a son, so like whatever. He's not. He knows already that's not his real son. So yeah, maybe I do need to think on this some more. That's crazy. That's crazy. We'll see.
It is
We'll see.
crazy. It's a tangled web, but I
Yeah.
like that because then it makes it very hard to predict what's going to happen in book 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
Finish the quote. Some trauma carved itself so deep it became part of your what?
Oh, why are you making me quote that like as if I would remember this? What would
Because
I
I
say?
wanted to see what words you would come up
Your
with.
your very being is what makes sense to me.
Nope. Try again.
I'm not gonna try again. Say it again.
Some tra- some trauma carved itself so deep it became part of your what?
Yeah, I literally have no idea.
Pick one more
If
word.
it's not your
It's
very
funny for
being,
me.
then I don't know.
And nothing comes to mind.
No.
No ideas. I would have said soul, but it's not that either. It's skeleton.
Huh. Yeah, I would have never in a million years guessed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you cry when Callum died?
I think I got a little wet in the eyes. I didn't like full on. I won't ever say that again, by the way. I did not like it once it came out of my mouth.
Just say watery eyes. That's okay, I think. But yeah, wet in the eyes is like a little.
Like, not enough for them to drop out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know? But
yeah.
like, I was like, oh, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Great.
I didn't cry either, but I
Didn't
would
expect
agree.
it.
I was upset. It was upsetting, but I didn't full on
Yes.
cry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was more like, oh no, oh no. Because those are those moments where like so much is happening. It's like he's shot, blah, 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 blah. It's like,
Yeah.
so much is happening that you can't breathe to like take it in. It's not
Yeah.
one of those like slow deaths. It's a fast one.
Yeah.
Or was
For
it?
sure.
Or was it? I like these theories you're coming up with. I do.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you have to smash one. Who's it gonna be? President Maximus or Brooker?
Brooker, because he's younger, I guess. I don't know.
Younger.
Because he's younger
Yeah.
and still has the potential to not be fully evil, whereas like we know Maximus is fully evil.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say you helped me change my answer because I was like Maximus because maybe I can kill him whilst.
I mean,
But
that's a good idea.
now you put in my head that maybe what if Brooker is a double quadruple agent? So maybe there's a chance.
Maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys know I'm never gonna turn down a somewhat evil, older man, but he's taken it too far.
He took it too far. He took it way too far. There's no redeeming qualities.
No redeeming. He has none. He has literally none.
No.
Not a one. So yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of already talked about this, but did you see the end with Alara, so with his mom being Python, or with Mikkel being his dad coming at all?
Not at all. The dad being somebody else doesn't necessarily surprise me, but the mom, that was great. Did not see it coming. Did you?
No, completely blindsided, 1,000%. I did see Callum dying coming from a million miles away. I was like,
I knew someone was gonna die. Like you said, I thought it was gonna be Jameson, but that would be too easy because it'd be like, oh, okay, he's not gonna bother her anymore.
Yeah, people love Callum so much. I started getting suspicious, like probably about halfway through, where I was like, I think I put it in the Fable chat. I was like, I fear he's not long for this world.
Yeah.
So we're fingers crossed that this is part of a gigantic scheme, but that might be wishful thinking.
Yeah. Well, I just put from the last one, how was the ending? Did you like it?
I did, indeed. It was one of those where I sorry, I just had to do a double take because I just ordered, shout out to the Poison Daughter. I ordered the hardcover because the indie hardcover was going out of publishing. And it's sitting right over there. And then I see it sitting down there too. And I'm like, oh no, did I order 2 copies? But that one's the paperback. It's just one of those big, good size paperbacks. But anyways, whatever. I got sidetracked. I did love the ending. It was one of those endings where I stopped and the scream I screamed. And then the only person I had sitting right there was my husband. I was like, that was crazy. And he doesn't care. And then it's like very unsatisfying, Yeah.
Oh, he would like it. You should make him listen to the audio of that one.
I actually told him that. I was like, when it comes out, because he started ACOTAR yesterday.
Oh,
so that's what he's doing right now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, he'll be done by June. So I'll have him read Daggermouth after he's like, I'm tired of fantasy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Did you love the ending?
Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, like who wouldn't love the ending? If you're like, I saw that coming, it's like you're lying. Sorry.
Yeah, only the brother not being dead is the only thing I saw coming out of that.
Yeah. Him being evil, did not see coming, was pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, this is my final question. tell us your thoughts on the masks because it felt at times a little bit weird to me and like not necessary. And so I think maybe you could explain it a little bit better because I was kind of
Yeah.
like,
I like it because I think it's very symbolic as a tool of oppression and keeping people in line. And we all know that clothing has always been used throughout history as a form of oppression, especially with women. So I think it was a unique way to do that because, like, literally, if someone else sees your face, you're dead. Like, they have the complete right to kill you instantly. So,
hmm. I guess like what I struggled with more so was like, why are the elite men still required to wear it?
I
Like,
think
why does
because it
Maximus
keeps them
have
in
to wear
line.
them? But
Because
what?
there's no other I think it's because it's like they get all the privileges, all the things, but this is a tool to still keep them in line though and keep them following. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I guess I
Even the
just
men.
struggled
Because you
with
got to
like,
keep the men in line too. Like you don't want anybody thinking that they could just do whatever they want. I think that's the
yeah,
thinking behind that as a device from Maximus, you know?
yeah. And then he just wears it like as a facade
Yeah. I think he
for
still wears
himself.
it in public. He just takes it off like behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I feel like I don't know. I guess I struggled with that because I was like, if you have this person like Maximus who's wielding like ultimate authoritarian rule over all these people in this dystopian society, why does he feel like he needs to wear a mask too?
Just to
And
keep it the facade.
yeah, yeah. I guess like I don't know. I
Just
was
to be
like, that's
like,
weird.
he really likes Kylo Ren and Darth Vader. I don't know.
Oh
We know
no!
why Darth Vader wears it. Why does Kylo wear it?
Don't bring them into this because he wants to be because he wants to be Darth Vader. That's why. Yeah. Yeah. But they don't make everyone else wear them. I mean, they make their stormtroopers wear them, but not everyone
Yeah.
else in the
But
galaxy.
I mean, it's probably very sinister looking too,
Yeah.
you know? So it's a show of power. Isn't his
Yeah.
like gold something stupid? So
So yeah, I did
he
kind of
does
a little
not
bit
look
struggle
upon
with
this
that.
face. Yeah. I like it, so we can disagree. That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like and I didn't dislike it so much that like it pulled me out. It was just more so like I don't really get it. Like I don't fully understand. Like I get it if like all the women had to wear masks or but yeah, it just seemed a little bit like everyone in every class and gender and race like all had to wear masks and they were all the same or whichever ones you would choose to wear, which I also thought was odd. It was like so you can like bedazzle it or like make a you know what I mean? I'm like this
Come
is
on to my
strange.
bedazzling party with my mask, like on TikTok.
Yeah.
Instead of the books they're bedazzling their masks. Well, I just feel like it would be an easy way. It's super oppressive to wear a mask like that, like a full face covering day in and day out. So it's an easy way to see are even the men falling in line.
Hmm.
And people are tattletelling on each other, you know? So
Yeah.
it's a way to like suss out the non-followers and people are executed constantly for seeing each other without it.
Yeah.
So it's used deliberately as that oppression tool. It's annoying and it's stupid, yeah, but so are most of these rules men make up.
Yeah.
So
This is true.
there we
Unfortunately. Yeah.
go.
Okay, so that was 5 from each of us, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's talk some reviews. So I have some book
Mhm.
club reviews. Here we
Okay.
go. Everybody that left reviews on book club left a speechless 5 stars. So we
Pretty
have
good.
quite a bit of them left. No written reviews, but all 5 stars. So you
Sweet.
guys enjoyed it. That was great.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, on Goodreads, it has 60,650 reviews as of this morning, and it gets a 4.38 stars. So very
That's
high.
great. That's great.
Excellent.
It's our
Yes. And I
first
did
book,
put, yeah.
mostly indie. Yeah.
Yeah. And I put here, got picked up by Scarlet Press. So that's an imprint of Simon and Schuster. So yeah, that's why it is currently unavailable in print form. But it will be coming out very soon. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. Get your pre-orders in. The new hardcover is beautiful. Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful. Hmm.
Tis. And then Audible reviews. Obviously, Audible's not available yet, but it comes out July 21st. July or June?
July.
July, okay. And then narrated by none other than Teddy Hamilton and Angel Peen. That's how you say it. Sorry, that's how you say it.
I know. I'm sorry if we're mispronouncing your name. I'm sure you're amazing.
Yeah.
But it's spelled Pean. So I mean,
so could Pian?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just
Maybe it's
Peen.
Peen.
Maybe she has a funny sense of humor and that's her pseudonym, you know? I don't know.
I looked up the other books that she's done. If it's the same, it doesn't. This will be the first one that's like this.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
If it's the same person that I found, you know, because sometimes there are like similar names. It's a very unique name though, so I'd be surprised if it's two people with that name narrating
Yeah,
books.
for sure.
Sorry
If
to
we
anybody
mispronounced your name.
that
Yeah.
we might have pronounced your last name as Pian.
Yeah.
But we use Peen as a substitute a lot of times.
It's true.
So
it's
sorry.
true.
Sorry about our unprofessionalism.
But I will say, like,
countdown set for that.
When it was revealed that it was Teddy Hamilton, I'm like, of freaking course it is.
Yeah.
Course it is. So that's exciting, and yeah, obviously we don't have those reviews up for you guys yet, but I'm sure we'll have them once we read book 2. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see here. We've got, I just did Kindle. I think that's what you did as well. Mm-hmm. And then, as Ashley said in the beginning of the live, we are currently reading Rights of the Starling. So that's what we've got going on for April. I have my book, but it's way over there. So yeah, she's here with me in spirit.
I'll do the justice in your heart.
I have it in all of the forms. So I've got Kindle, I've got audiobook, I've got physical copy because it was gorgeous. And I loved book 1 so much, so I had to have all the things. So to stay true to the plot, we like to do, would we read our next book club book that got voted in based off of 1-star reviews? Okay, so obviously we're reading it and we were obsessed with book 1, but I still thought it'd be funny to pull some 1-star reviews because there seems to be a common theme, guys. Okay. So we've got Vivian rated it 1 star. These are all from Goodreads, and these are for Rights of the Starling specifically. Don't expect anything to happen until 65% of the way through this book.
Oh. Okay. That's all right. That's also fantasy for you, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Elizabeth rated it 1 star. Wow, what happened? Book 1 was good, and at least it had a plot. This one, though, feels like it's a sitting boat just lulling in a calm stream. Nothing has happened.
Oh, no!
And I usually pull 3 1-star reviews. Heather rated it 1 star. She said, this book has somehow achieved something quite impressive. It is both incredibly long and almost entirely uneventful. Nothing happens. And I don't mean that lightly. Oof. I mean 200 pages in, and you are still waiting for the story to begin.
Oof.
So, as I said before, I mean, the ratings, so I did look this up because I was curious. It has been out 2 weeks tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Right now, being out only for 2 weeks, it has 43,143 reviews, and it gets a 4.57.
That's high.
That's very high. And that's a lot of reviews for only being out for 2 weeks. So, my inclination is you're either going to be in team it's a 5-star, or you're going to be in the team of nothing happened and I don't like it. So, because it seems like all the low reviews were all saying the same thing. It was slow and nothing happened.
Well, I'll tell you this. We get a whole new character, and we're learning about them as we go. Personal growth and development and trauma healing. And some people really hate that in a book.
But we love it.
So I think it's going to be a 5-star for me.
Yeah. Yep, I'm going into it very excited. I know you don't love a good journey story, but I feel like I don't know how much of a journey story this is going to be. I love journey stories anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm like, I don't care what happens. It's
Yeah,
going to be great.
I'm cool. Everything's fine right now. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So
Everything's
no
fine. Okay.
complaints. So that's a good sign. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
good sign if I'm not complaints about it yet. I usually
Yep.
know pretty quickly if like, oh, this is a journey to nowhere. This isn't a journey to nowhere. And I
Yeah.
already love the character, so that helps. I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know about the new one, but it's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good in the hood. I'm excited. You guys reading
And
it? Jump on Fable, which is a free app that you can download to join our virtual book club. If you type in Besties in the Book Club, you will find that book along with Daggermouth if we've piqued your interest and you want to read it, and all of the other reads that we have going on, and then some and some more coming down the pipeline. Just a lot.
so, should we sign off with a smash or pass? Would we want to be her?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. Well, for today, it's Daggermouth. So it's Shadira, and I think you say her name, last name Kale, KL, not sure exactly.
Mhm.
Would you want to be her?
No,
No.
that place sucks more than this place.
Yeah.
So,
So absolutely not. Sorry,
yeah,
Grayson, but you're not that hot. Nothing could
yeah.
be that hot.
Seems like she's probably really good at like cartwheel, like that kind of assassiny Catwoman stuff, cartwheels
Yeah.
and like jumping around, like athletically, I would love to be her.
Yeah. Like
Um,
going down from like the ceiling,
Mission
getting
Impossible
someone.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, like good with a dagger, good with a
Yep.
mouth, like it's like
Yeah.
it's great.
Totally.
But as far as it benefits, pros and cons, it's not worth it. It's not worth the cons. It's not worth dealing with this world and that Maximus and everything involved. So that's a no for me, dog.
So
But we'll
pass
see
for
what
me
happens
as
in the next
well.
one.
Yeah. We'll
Maybe it's all
see.
rainbows and sunshine and everything was worth it.
Yeah.
You can't have the sweet without the sour. Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe. Okay,
Maybe.
probably not. So
Well, I think that about wraps up. Finally, our coverage of Daggermouth by H M Wolfe. Oh my gosh. And
yeah,
yeah, we'll be back next month for Rights of the Starling. Hopefully not 10,000
yeah.
years later.
No, it should be in a couple weeks because we're both reading it right now currently. So
Yep.
we're on track. We're back on track, baby, for that stuff. We're gonna get behind again real soon. We're trying not to, but hey, life is full of books and sometimes it just doesn't feel like enough time. But thank you guys so much for joining our live. Thank you so much if you watched the replay. We hope that you subscribe, follow us everywhere you like to listen to your podcast, including YouTube at War Besties in the Books podcast everywhere. Also on Instagram and TikTok, where you can find out the latest and greatest news more quickly. But you guys, we'll see you tomorrow for a special author interview.
Woo! Very
We'll be announcing it later
exciting.
on our Instagram. Head out over there. Bye.